Can I do my intro?
Yeah.
Well, hello and welcome back to Melinda 5-0. In this episode, I'm going to go over a couple incidences that I went through with some juvenile delinquents that were detained at the Juvenile Detention Center that I was teaching. I'm going to give you a few examples that I went through with some of the kids at the detention center. I'm going to go over a little bit about what it's like to see juveniles in the court system, such as when you go to court for a juvenile, what it looks like when they enter the courtroom, to what it's like for the parents, the things I witnessed that the parents went through seeing their child in that situation. And I'm also going to end in the note on the 4-year college degree, and then we should be done with that whole conversation. But I had 2 boys raise their hand. Miss Morrison, I said, yeah, what's going on? We're 12, and they're little boys, and these are little boys, boys.
That's fine.
Miss Morrison, we got a question. I said, well, I'm not a lawyer. Oh, yeah, you're not a lawyer. He said to me, he goes, 12 years old. So, you're here to teach us about crime? I said, yes. And you're telling me that anything I do as a kid gonna get me in trouble when I'm older? I said, yeah, it can be held against you. And you don't, goes, well, what kind of stuff is that? You trying to be in here motivating us? And now I know that my life's over because I committed a crime and I'm 12? And I'm not going to have a life at 30. You just ruined my whole life. How is this positive? I don't understand. He said, I don't know. I don't get how this is positive. This is a waste of time. He starts going off on me. How is that positive? Why? I said, because listen to me. Listen to me. I said, listen. It's good you know. Now you know. So the next time you go to do something, you can't say you didn't know because I told you. So what I'm trying to tell, well, that's how I was raised. That's how I was raised, he said. Man, we rob houses. That's what we do. I said, oh, okay. Well, here's the thing. That's cool. You can keep on doing that. That's fine. I said, but one day you're going to grow out of it. You are going to grow up, and you will be a man, and you will want kids, and you will want a wife. I promise you. I promise you. I said, when you get to that point and all stuff's messed up, because that's just what you do, you think of me. I said, because you know what? I told him, I'm not going to sit here but I'm telling you right now, I said, if you're not going to learn now, I don't know what to tell you. I said, but I wish somebody told me when I was 12 years old what was up. I wish somebody would have told me about what was wrong with me years ago than me learning it at 33 years old. Right? Mm-hmm. But we're failing our kids because we're not educating them. We cannot expect them to know just good and bad. They need to know details. Hey, if you do this to this person, this is what it does. Not only this person, but this person, this person, this person, this, and now your family is involved. I said to these boys, these boys that asked me about, well, this ain't even positive. What? I want to be 30 years old. He was upset. He was serious.
Good.
I'm going to be 30. I'm going to be 30 years. I'm just a little boy. I said, I saw you on Friday when you went into court. I said, you were shackled. I said, you're just a little boy. And I had to see you shackled. I said, that bothered me. Something like that. And I said, and your mom was in there? I said, your mom was bawling seeing you like that. I said, you are a little boy. No, I told him, and I'm not telling you, I said, it bothered me to see a kid shackled like that. It just bothered me. And I told him, as long as I'm here, I said, when you leave this facility, I'm here for 5 months. I don't want to see you back as long as I'm here. I don't want to see you ever shackled again as long as I'm here. You want to get shackled after I'm gone? You need to make sure I'm out of here. I don't ever want to see any of you little boys shackled like that. These little boys walk in shackled. And I get it. They should, dang. When I tell you they treat it just like the adult prison, I'm not even joking.
Because does it scare them? It's used as a scare tactic the most?
It may be, but the thing of it is this is not a place where you go in, you sit down. I mean, you are in a juvenile jail. And a lot of these kids end up being repeat offenders because of their environment, just like that boy said, well, that's where I was raised. You literally have maybe a 20, 50 chance of helping any of those kids because environment is the problem.
Yeah. Did you ever see that little boy come back?
No, but I did see this. There was a girl that was pregnant in there.
At what age?
I think she was like 16. She was, I don't remember her name, but I remember who she is. And I really thought she was a smart girl, and I could tell. I could tell by the way she was. She was smart.
Yep, that's a big thing too, though.
And,
most of them are.
And so, when she left, because she eventually did get out of the detention center, she told me, I'll see you around, or I hope to see you around, Miss Morrison. And I said, well, listen, you know what? I said, I think you're gonna be all right. I said, I just have this feeling that you're a good soul, you're a good kid. I think you're gonna be all right. You're gonna be okay. I started working at the school, university. Mm-hmm. And you know where the gate is? Well, there was one of the gates on the busy street without exposing the university. It was broke down, and I went to the gate, and here was this girl holding this little baby on her hip.
Oh my goodness!
It actually was a stolen car. Hold that thought. Sorry. Hold on. She said, Miss Morrison, don't you recognize me? I said, oh my gosh. I said, what? I said, what's going on? She goes, Miss Morrison, I don't know what to do. I said, well, what are you doing? She said, and her friend was there when it was a girl. She said, my friend's boyfriend stole this car, and now it's broke down right here in front of this thing. I said, oh, well, that's real good. So I don't know how we did it, but somehow the police showed up, and somehow they didn't get arrested. And the car started up, and I don't know how they got away with it. I don't know how it happened. But anyway.
Did the police know that it was stolen?
No, I guess not. It didn't come back as stolen yet, somehow or another. So, everything got cleared up, and she was walking home with her friend. I guess the boyfriend came and got the car. I guess as far as I could tell, they played it off pretty smooth. I don't know how they got away with it, and I wasn't going to ask any questions. I stayed out of it. Because I didn't want any part of that at all. As far as I knew, it was a broken down car. That was it.
And it was up to the police to ask the correct questions?
Mm-hmm.
Or could you be held legally responsible? Had you... No?
No. So anyways, all was well. The guy pulled away with the car. And I stayed out of it. And she goes... Because I knew who she was. And she said, I bet you're disappointed in me, aren't you? And I said... Well, here's the thing. I said, first of all, that was lucky. I said I was shaking in my boots. I didn't know what I thought I was when I told your baby while you got handcuffed. I didn't know what I was going to do with your baby. I said, and the last time I checked, what did I say? I said, in the last time I checked, That wouldn't have been good for me to see you hauled off. I said, what kind of man are you with? Like, what's going on? Why did she did it? You know, she went through all this. She was embarrassed. But you know what? Some of them you can say, and some of them you can't. But my point is this. She knew who I was. She recognized me, and she was happy to see me. And she was actually upset that I saw that.
Yeah, it triggered that she knew you were going to get
bad.
Yeah. Did you ever see her again?
I don't remember ever seeing her again. But my point is some of them would change, some of them would do better. I mean, there was kids in there for stabbing a nurse with a pencil. There was kids in there for pulling guns on people. I mean, there was from any level down to the minimal, there was kids. A lot of them, I'd go to the court, and they'd send them right off to adult prison. They'd say, going into the adult system, boom. Here's the parents crying. The little boys, 14 years old, hauled off to adult jail because they shot at people with a gun. Okay? Well, you're big boy enough to shoot a gun, and you're big boy enough to go to adult prison, I guess.
Yeah.
But can kids make the right decisions at 14 years old?
I think they can make for as far as right and wrong, yes. For as far as what they want to do with their life, maybe.
Okay, right and wrong? What's the consequences if you're 14 years old and you shoot at people?
What happens?
What's the consequences if you
go to jail, I would think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Or if you were 14 years old at this point, what would you think?
I knew better.
Well, if I was 14 years old, I would know doing that is wrong.
Yeah.
But at 14 years old, I wouldn't have known that I could get charged as an adult. I wouldn't have known that I would go to adult jail. I did not know any of those things at 14.
I might not go to adult jail.
You gotta know. Kids think you were 18 or over, you're going to adult jail.
Yeah,
they don't realize.
Yeah, I probably would have been that one.
That's what I'm trying to get at. That's where the 7th grade education criminal justice class comes into play. Because that's going to teach you, hey, you pull a gun next year on somebody, you can be charged as an adult next year. Understand? This year, juvenile. Next year, well, I thought it was 18. No, because now they got kid jails. All right? Because kids back in the day, they put in a orphanage.
Yeah.
Kids weren't running the streets as much.
Did that scare the heck out of them, do you think? Do you think it was more of a prevention thing than just jail?
Well, by going to the orphanages, too, back then they gave them traits. They taught them things while they were in the orphanages. You know, they taught those, but those kids were abandoned.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Do you think the orphanage scared them more than if probably? I would think so. Do they like orphanage, like they're never going to see their family again, kind of thing?
The family made that choice.
Oh, they could go pick their kid up or not.
They could drop their kid off. They didn't want them.
Holy crap.
Oh yeah, there was kids homeless everywhere back then. That's why they came up with orphanages. Orphanages are a big part of juvenile justice. Yeah, so that's where I stand with the 4 years of college for police.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be people within that 4 years that realize I'm not made for police.
Yeah.
I'm not made for this.
Yeah.
And that time frame before that gives them time to develop into that maturity level, into understanding is it for me or not. Because to go into law enforcement, you have to be a very special kind of person.
Yeah.
You cannot be a lot of things.